Hey guys.
Hi.
Merry Monday. If I could say that for lack of something else that's on my mind. That would be just fine. That would be just fine as we play with our phones here.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing
Make
business.
sure we got everything moving here.
Yeah.
So good to be with you as always. Yes, it's Monday, and another week is past, and we are going to we're going to just highlight some of the things from our past week, things that have stood out the most, things that had, well, they all have so many things that have God's fingerprints on them.
Always.
But we always like to check in with each other, and we've had a few times this week that we've had a few wrinkles in the week. Hasn't all been real smooth, but we're celebrating today. How many years?
Anniversary, 35.
35 years. 35 years ago today, I had my underwear on inside out.
He
No,
actually
backwards.
did.
I had them backwards or inside
No,
out?
inside out.
Inside
Backwards would
out.
be like really,
Well,
really weird.
They were both. It's both pretty. They was pretty weird either way, no matter how you look at it. Yeah, I was. Let me fix this a little bit here.
I had a big scar on my nose.
I did have.
From opening the door cabinet on it. It was quite the day, right?
Yeah, I realized that evening that I had put my underwear on wrong before I got married. So
Yes.
I guess.
And I must show off my beautiful new Baltic amber necklace, which is, what is it, 4 million. The necklace itself is not 40. Oh my God, I can't even speak. Let me start over. It's not itself 4 billion years old, but the actual gemstone of it is 4 billion
These
years
Baltic,
old, right? Baltic
gemstones go back to.
It's ancient.
Yeah, they go back longer than I can imagine.
Yeah.
And they're formed from the resin of these trees.
Yes.
Way back then. It's an interesting science that I know very little about. But we had gone to this gem show. Susan very alertly recognizes it each year, and we've gone the past 2 years, and both times she's left the building with some kind of jewelry. Interesting that the gem show occurs each year, like 3 days before our wedding anniversary. That may be why I miss it and she doesn't.
But he picked it out. He picked it out. He saw it.
Yeah, there were two.
I love that.
Interestingly enough, there were two vendors in the whole place. I didn't pick this up. She did. There were two vendors in the facility that only handled one specific type of gemstone, and they were the two vendors. One was where we had bought something last year, and obviously one that we bought from this year. It was an interesting insight. From now on, when we go, I'll be looking for those particular sites because not only do they when they pick one particular gemstone like that, they tend to have higher quality stuff. And at this point in my life, I'm not sending my wife out with stuff that's not higher quality. How's that? How's that for?
Sweet. That is very sweet.
I'm really doing it up today.
Yeah, you have to. It's 35 years.
Yeah. So
we're blessed.
In my thought I had everything under control today, and I was ahead of schedule, and I was just kind of hanging out, and then I realized that I didn't post. I didn't upload a video I wanted to show you. I did this video many moons ago now called Unbreakable, and it was really the song, I should say. I wrote the song from Ecclesiastes 4, verses 9 to 12, where we read, thanks to Solomon, two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fail, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. And he's talking about here almost all of Ecclesiastes is toiling for nothing. But he continues with a real gem here. Again, if is this a different piece? Oh, here it is. Here it is. And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him. A threefold cord is not quickly broken. And we've always embraced that verse as a wedding verse. That separately, there's things we can get done. Sometimes we need to be together. We need to discuss it. We need to kind of bounce it back and forth. And then there are other times when the two of us aren't going to cut it. We need to bring God into the picture.
Yes.
So we've always felt like with the three of us, we were unbreakable. Nothing in this world would be able to break us apart, to separate us. So we lean on that from time to time. I know I do. I can't speak for Susan.
Yes,
but I lean on it from time to time. And we really are, again, I can't speak for her. I am really grateful that I found my soulmate. I mean, I was in my 30s, but nonetheless, well, actually, no, I was in my teens when I knew. But
No.
we've been there before. She didn't recognize me, know I was alive. So it took me a few years to get in her good gracious, actually to come up on a radar at all. But
I don't know what was wrong with me.
But anyhow, I've always been really grateful for the fact that I have somebody to round out my pointy edges, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So yeah, that has to be number one today. Some other bullet points from our week. We've had a couple moments where compassion was needed. Colossians 3:13 says, bearing with one another, if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other as the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. It's not morning in Melbourne Beach here until you hear the whistler. I excuse me, it doesn't really bother me, but it gets under her skin.
Not really.
Right in front of the house, it's quiet. We're doing devotions, and inevitably, at some point every day, a gentleman will walk by whistling
with his wife.
And it took a while for me. One day when I was out walking, I realized that he's got like an earpiece in, and he's usually whistling to a particular piece of music.
Well, lately he doesn't have the earpiece, and he's just walking by. And it doesn't really bother me, but it happens. I sit here and do my devotions, and the windows are open, and he whistles. He's a loud whistler. Every day he whistles, and his wife just walks next to him. I'm like, I don't know if I could do that.
I forgot to pull these shades. The more I bring up, the more I brought up the Whistler idea. The more I brought up the Whistler idea, and the more I brought up the idea of
him whistling.
I don't know, that was his thing. I mean, what was his like for his wife? Does his wife ever get freaked out by his whistle, or is that one of the most charming things she knows about him?
There is not a time that he's walking by that he's not whistling, and he walks by like every day, and it's a matter of us catching him or seeing him. But
yeah, even when
that's kind of cool. He's happy. I mean, it's just amazing to me.
Even when I walk, and I've caught him a few times going the opposite direction, they're never talking. She's walking a few steps ahead of him, and he's right behind her whistling along. It's a pretty interesting thing.
Yeah. It's nice to have your instrument with you at all times.
Yeah. The other thing where we needed some compassion this week, Galatians 6:2 says, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. We've got a real dear friend, for me a musical friend, for Susan more of even a personal friend, who has just gone through her own personal hell since COVID.
22 months.
And she went in for an operation earlier this week that was going to hopefully, I don't know what that is. Hopefully, give her some relief. And sure enough, I think maybe it will in the long run. But
Yeah.
she's had a tough run in and out of the hospital 3 times since in the past week.
No, in the past 3 days.
You know,
Yeah.
it's been.
It's just a mess. It's just yeah.
I mean, but often, I mean, that's part of our walk is bearing the burdens of those around us,
Yeah.
and being there for them, praying for them.
Yeah.
It's amazing that it's amazing to me how often it's so quiet here. But a lot, if I do an interview, a lot of my interviews, there have been these like pop-up thunderstorms with horizontal rain lately. And if I do evensong, there seems to be a lot of rain and stuff. And I don't know
somebody's tapping.
I don't know what that is, but it's irritating.
Do you want me to close the
No,
door?
I don't want you. No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I just
No one should be irritated.
I have some compassion. I'm having some compassion with the situation. I'm rolling with it.
Oh lordy.
Susan had a trusting moment this week. Proverbs 3:5 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding." This is a perfect time for you to expand. I've got to find out what that is.
Oh my goodness gracious. Lordy. Once again, as you all know, and you probably heard us speak about that, I lead a Bible study on Thursday mornings at 7:30, and
Hey, get off my lawn!
just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my!
I don't see anybody
We
out.
don't even have a lawn.
I don't see
It's
anybody.
stones.
I don't see anybody out there.
And and I always, want to get it right. Not me. I want it to be what God wants, and was having a little trouble with it again as usual. And sure enough, they came, and it worked out perfectly. I just, I have to remember that as long as I prepare myself and know what I'm doing, that God will just let it flow the way it was supposed to be. And I came home and told Ed, it was absolutely perfect. It just flowed just beautifully. And I told him, I said, it wasn't me. I said, I did not lead that Bible study that day, right? I came home and I said, it surprised me, the stuff that kind of flowed out of me.
Scripture tells us
it was
that.
amazing, just very cool.
Scripture tells us, as it did the disciples, that the Helper is there to lead us, and to when we're doing His work, and it's sometimes it can be difficult to surrender. We say we believe, we say we have faith, but it's a kind of a proving ground when you're in that situation to just surrender and allow the Spirit, to put on your heart what God wants you to say.
And let me just add that the girls that were with our small group, it doesn't help. I mean, it helps that they are so amazing and so talkative and so everything. They're just a good group of girls. I'm grateful.
I think getting
Very
back
grateful.
to surrendering, each and every one of us, throughout the day we have these opportunities, and sometimes we don't act on it because we don't know what we would say and all, and that's perfect example of the times when we need to surrender, because the idea that we don't know what we need to say is exactly what Proverbs is speaking to. Solomon wrote it, and do not lean on your own understanding. Our own understanding is going to be full of doubt and be full of a lot of extra words and things that maybe aren't needed. If we just trust in God, we just trust with all our heart, that we just surrender the moment to the Spirit's leading. It's amazing what God can do with us broken vessels.
Yes.
Also, we had we had, I don't even remember what I don't remember anything about the day on. We had one day this day, I believe it was Friday, where we basically had nothing to do. It wasn't like there was any stress in the day. It wasn't an unusual day weather-wise. It was just another beautiful day down here on the island, and but both of us were grumpy.
Oh no, I know why. It was hot, and I get very crumpy. Crumpy.
Oh, I didn't think it was that hot.
It was hot to me. It was hot, and when I get hot, I just can't take it anymore. As I'm getting older, the heat, and it's been beautiful here, and that day was hot. And
good for you. I have no idea why. I
think
grumpy.
that's why I was grumpy. But go ahead.
No, I'm saying I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is that
I asked you to open the window.
by the time we got to so that's a different.
Oh, that's not the same.
That's a
day.
different bulletproof.
Never
Wait,
mind.
that's a different bullet point.
Oh,
It might have been this.
it was the same day.
It might have been the same day, but
It was.
I by the time I got to bed, we didn't have a blow up. We didn't have an argument. We didn't fight, but we were snippy. We were snippy. So we both lay down in bed, and within the first 30 seconds, I said, I'm really sorry. I was so cranky today, and
I was like, okay.
surprisingly,
No.
she said she was sorry too, because if I didn't say it first, there was no way. There's no way she was going to say it first. So
Because I didn't feel it when I was at fault.
but it wasn't about being in fault. I just think we were both grumpy for different reasons. Like I said, at least you know what you were grumpy about.
Yeah.
In hindsight, going back, I have no idea. It's like it wasn't a specific thing, but
Here's that light again.
but Ephesians 4:32, it says, "Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you."
Yeah.
And it didn't occur to me till the next morning when I was doing my journaling that I thought, this is that's something that preaches. That moment preaches, not going to bed mad at each other, because it wasn't really.
It was nothing.
It wasn't really mad. It was just we were grumpy. She was grumpy because of the heat, and I was grumpy for God only knows. But
You have to have somebody to be grumpy with.
the point was, but
for or at.
I had this later on in the week, but it very well it could have been tied in that day.
It was that day, I believe.
If you saw the the post earlier, one of the things that was on there as a subject thing today. Boy, this old laptop's not happy. I had written respect the Snickers.
See, the reason why I was grumpy, I wanted this all started because I wanted the window behind me opened, and I remember, and I asked you to open the window, but we have a camera on that window, and I don't think Ed really wanted to open it, and he was eating the Snickers at the point.
First of all, the important thing here is my Snickers.
I know.
Not the heat,
I
not the
wasn't aware.
camera. The important thing is my Snickers. I love my little piece of chocolate after my meal. You don't understand. It's important that I get my little piece of chocolate. I will bring a York peppermint patty with me in my pocket when I go out and eat if they can't accommodate my little piece of chocolate afterwards.
It's like the closure after the meal.
I don't know what it is. It's just me. But I had a little fun size, just a little fun size Snicker. It wasn't like I had like a foot long candy bar that I wanted to eat. And I had just put the little fun size piece of chocolate in my mouth when she was at her wit's end with the heat. And at some point, I just got up and I moved the camera and I took down the cables and I opened up the window all the way. I opened up all the windows all the way, and I sat back down and I thought, I don't even remember eating my Snickers. It's a mindful thing. I want to sit down and I want to savor it, and because it's just a little piece. And it was there and it was gone, and we were driving to the gem show. And it came up in my conversation, and I thought, boy, there's another thing. That's
just as funny.
It's another thing that preaches just about. I was thinking how at that point when we were going to the gem show, it was just so peaceful. It was just there was a beautiful day again, and it was a beautiful afternoon, and we had eaten lunch already, and it was a nice cool breeze. Yeah. She was happy.
I was happy.
But actually, no, I think the air was on by then. We had a hot spell for a couple days here, and I'm not going to. Yeah, I'll say it. Tonight we have chill factor of possibly 25 here on the island.
And
so
that's
so
rough
good.
for
Nobody
these
will
people.
go out at all tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be like
Our island's going to shut.
It'll be like the apocalypse.
No, we're going to be shut down. We're just going to shut down. But I love the verse in John where Jesus tells his disciples, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives to you, do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." Well, I wasn't really afraid about the Snickers situation.
You were sad you didn't remember eating it.
But I was troubled that I didn't mindfully enjoy the little piece as long as I could.
Oh gosh.
But that's it's just another week, man. It's why I tell you to journal. It's why I tell you to find the humor in your week. I tell you, the humor in the week helps where you need to be compassionate. It helps. It helps with praying for those that are hurting. And it does the heart good to laugh at each other. And Lord knows we laugh at each other often each day.
That's how bad we fight over
it's
something.
not
like
an
that.
unusual
we don't
thing.
Like
Yeah, that's called.
That was a rough day. That was a rough day.
It doesn't even fit under the definition of a fight, but that's the way we disagree. Lastly, what we're watching this week, we saw a movie called Where the Crawdads Sing. Where the Crawdads Sing. Don't know if any of you have seen it. It's been around for a while. It wasn't necessarily a new movie, but we streamed this early in the week, and without giving anything up, without being a spoiler, because I think it's a good watch. I think it's worth watching. There's some notes I had taken down here. There's a few things that even in isolation, beauty, strength, and wisdom can grow, and nature can heal what society wounds. This young girl is brought up in a maybe like a Louisiana type of marsh area, and as her life goes on, she's separated. Her family is separated from the town itself because they don't live there. They live actually in this swampy marsh area, no, crawdads don't sing, but I'll get to that later because I was interested myself where that title came from. But eventually, she's alone. Brothers and sisters leave, father dies, mom leaves, father dies. She's alone, so she's bringing herself up from like 10 or 12 years old, and she finds a way to survive. One of the other things I wrote down, human beings often fear what they don't understand, and kind of justice requires looking beyond appearances. I witnessed that in my life. I was blessed to have a sister with Down syndrome, and it was amazing watching people deal with it as outsiders that didn't have any kind of connection to it, and didn't know how to define it, didn't know how to be around her, it was a great growing thing for me. I think it helped make me a more compassionate person. But most of what I experienced from other people outside, even some that was really, really hurtful, was because it was out of ignorance. They just didn't understand, and they feared it. Even the most innocent heart is capable of fierce acts when survival and dignity are at stake. I can't go with to what that refers to in the particular movie, but this is a really fun, calm, easygoing,
great movie.
Young lady that actually is so connected to nature that she draws these unbelievable pictures of butterflies and little bugs and things, and they're beautiful.
Seashells.
And she ends up getting a book deal, a multi-book deal, because of these things. I did look this up. The title evokes the idea of venturing into a world where innocence, freedom, and nature still exist in harmony. far from judgment, prejudice, and civilization's corruption. Think of those words again. Venturing into a world where innocence, freedom, and nature still exist in harmony. I mean, that's where I want to live.
That's where she lives.
I want to live in an innocent world.
Yeah.
A world where there's freedom.
Yeah.
And a world where that innocence and that freedom is in harmony with nature. And that's so far away from where we live. The metaphor there that was untamed life, a life that's untamed. There's another symbol of innocence and wonder. It's a reminder to preserve a sense of wonder even when life is hard or isolating. The child in you, right, really helps me live in a world of wonder again, like I did as a child. You lose so much of that as you get older. And lastly, it's both a literal direction to the marsh and a spiritual invitation to live authentically and listen to the deeper rhythms of life. That's what the title means. The title, Where the Crawdads Sing.
Yeah, it's perfect title for the show.
Again, it's a literal direction to the marsh and a spiritual invitation. Listen to the Spirit when that spiritual invitation comes along. And to live authentically and listen to the deeper rhythms of life. For me, as a believer, 1 Corinthians 16:14, the deeper rhythms of life for me, to live authentic means to love all that you do. Just let all that you do be done in love. All that you do be done in love. So,
I'm checking to see who's with us.
Simple, fun movie, but I thought it had a lot of deep stuff going on in it.
Miriam Klein, thank you for the anniversary wishes, Miriam.
Yes, thank you.
Arlene is with us. She had to make shelters for the outside kitties. Oh, because it was cold. Because it's cold here, right?
Yeah, I bet.
They're not used to that. That's got to be not a good thing.
Do you go out every hour and like build little portable fires, like real little? And
she probably does.
Put the kindling in there and keep it burning overnight. And I'm giving you ideas, aren't I?
She's gonna collecting the wood tonight.
Just don't burn your house down.
That's pretty funny. It's cute.
So, anyhow, I guess that's it. I wanted to check something here.
I'm going to take a walk and put like a heavy sweater on, which is really going to be.
It was chilly this morning. I went out this morning and
dust off my heavy clothing, heavy garb down here.
I walked in my t-shirt, but it was it was chilly.
Yeah.
You get used to your environment, no matter where you're at, no matter what you. No matter where you live, I should say, and then all of a sudden, when you get to,
I'm not complaining because I don't like being hot. I just can't handle being hot. So
I'm not kidding.
I welcome the change.
I do. I do want to invite you. Oh my goodness.
What are you doing?
This is terrible. I wanted to see if I could get. When we're doing this particular live stream, I'm supposed to be able to do something here, and I don't know whether I can, and I need to try it when I'm actually online, but is it going to work?
Working for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost good. I think it might be good. Anyhow, I wanted to remind you, or if you were interested in that video, it was called Unbreakable. It was inspired by Ecclesiastes 4, 9 to 12, I believe, and it is on. I do have it posted today on both Facebook pages and X, and it's on quite a few pages today, so you can actually catch the video there. if it sounded interesting at all, or if you felt called to do that. I'm going to try something here on my phone, and if I lose you, it's all my fault. Don't worry about.
I'll say bye before he says that, but
No,
I think you'll be fine.
I can't do it that way. No, I can't. I can't do this. Anyhow, this isn't going to work. And as we get ready to sign off here, and nothing I want to do is working. Don't mind me. Just talk amongst yourselves. I need to get better at some of this stuff. So anyhow, we're going to sign off here.
Yes.
It's always a blessing to hang out with you for a couple hours. We do. I hope you able to enjoy life as much as we do. I hope your marriage is blessed. Some of you are treading a journey that's ahead of us, longer than ours. But we always enjoy sharing with you. Each and every one of you is a blessing to us. And until we see you next Monday, as always, pray on, friends.
Happy Monday.
Pray on.